Episode 29, here we are.
Yep.
Here we are.
Second episode of year 2, which is still cool. I'm still excited about it.
Cool. So am I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Really?
guess I am.
Really, yeah, I was going to say, really sounds like everybody's excited. It was like, yeah, I mean, hey, the good news is that after this recording, we're going to take a little break because of little vacations and stuff like that, that we have going on. So that'll be nice for everybody.
Yep.
Yep.
I went out last night to talk to one of my friends because I'm going to be officiating their wedding next month. And so they're like, yeah, come on out. We'll talk about the wedding. And I want you to meet the guy who's going to be doing the music. He's going to be playing and singing at the wedding. And I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. So I brought some handy dandy, very practical pandemic guitar picks with me. And I listened to him play for a little bit, and he's kind of got this folk country blues vibe, So I was like, yeah, I really like what he's playing. So I introduced myself. I talked to him about what we're doing here on the Pandemic Podcast, and he sounded really excited to maybe come on, and we get to meet a local musician here in Iowa. We just got to work out some of the details.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Cool.
I
Looking forward to it.
figured everybody would be excited to get somebody new on the podcast, somebody who plays music for a living. His name is Luke Fox, on Instagram at Luke Fox Music. So he's kind of like us. He's pretty horrible about updating his social media, but he's out there. Show him that you're interested or whatever. Maybe he'll post a little bit more just like us.
So what is he doing? I mean, is he, you talked to him, so tell us a little bit about it.
Well, he basically, and I don't want to tell a lot of the story because he kind of gave me a little bit of his backstory, but he was in Iowa, moved out to California, hung out with, played music with, and with several celebrities. I don't remember exactly how it all went, but he ended up coming back here to Iowa, and that's what he does. He travels all over Iowa at any establishment that'll let him play. And that's what he does. He somehow pays his bills as a traveling local musician.
Ah, nice.
Cool.
So, and he said he'd probably have some contacts, get us hooked up. He was telling me about one guy that he does all the lights for concerts. So he's a lighting guy. And I'm like, oh, I would geek out on that. So we might be able to get somebody from that angle of the music industry on as well.
Sure. Sounds good.
You've seen this guy before, right? Or is this your first time?
This is actually the second time I've seen him, but the first time that I've actually gotten to sit down and talk to him.
Yeah. Because I think you've mentioned him before in the past.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So what have you been up to?
I don't know. How about you, Amanda? Go ahead. Why don't you tell us what's going on with you?
Not a lot. Dad would be happy to know that I have finally listened to, okay, I'm going to butcher this name, Yngwie Malmsteen.
You got it right.
I was going to say that sounds pretty close.
Yep.
So now that I have purchased tickets for August Burns Red, of course, the venue has subscribed me to all of their emails, of course, for upcoming shows. So I randomly received an email from House of Blues in Anaheim, and it was like, hey, you might be interested in seeing Yngwie Malmsteen. And I was like, I don't think so. But then I looked at the name and I was like, wait a second, that sounds really familiar. I wonder if this is like the guy that Dad always goes on and on about. Anyway, I threw his name into Spotify and I listened to like his top 5 songs and I was like, this guy is actually kind of metal. Like, how did I miss out on this? Every time Dad talks about him, I was like, he just sounds like a nerdy, just boring classical guitar guy. Not really the case.
Right.
Dad?
He's neoclassical.
Neon.
Neon. He's really bright.
Yeah, bright. Very lively colors. No, he's neoclassical. So at least he was, and he does some metal stuff too. But
he does a lot of metal. I mean, if you have seen a picture of this guy, Tim, have you seen him before?
No,
He is straight out of like an 80s hair metal band. He's stuck in the 80s.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that was a good decade, so you can't blame them.
Oh no, I can't. But
Oh yeah, I just pulled up
yeah.
a picture. Yup.
yeah, even his album covers, like he's like slaying dragons with his guitar.
Is he?
Yeah.
Now I got to see that.
Wow. I haven't
Yeah.
looked at his cover.
So how
at the
much
covers.
are tickets?
I didn't look. I won't be in town. I'll be in Idaho that week.
Oh,
But
picking potatoes.
what?
Picking potatoes.
Yeah. We're gonna be rocking out to Spuds.
Spuds?
No, but I mean, honestly, it's in Anaheim, so it's kind of a drive. So I probably, if he was playing here in my local town, I would probably go see him.
Right.
But to go all the way to Anaheim for him, I would do it for August Burns Red, but probably not this guy. But I still thought it was kind of cool. His name popped up. I finally put 2 and 2 together and finally listened to him, even though Dad in the past, like, you should listen to him sometime.
Right. Now
Listen to him.
Now I'm going to have to listen because, yeah, he's said the name about 100 million times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He plays a Stratocaster with a scalloped neck.
Yeah, and Dad, you said that it's like easier to play with a scallop neck or something like that.
It depends on the individual, yes, but I think you can get the strings really super. If you get the strings really super close, you hardly have to push down on the strings to get it to, the note to fret. So
I would.
But the only problem, the problem is that if you press too hard, it goes out of tune.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was
'Cause
going to say. If you're so used to basically having your fingers stopped by the fretboard, now all of a sudden it's not. That I think that would be a challenge to get over.
Yeah, it is, but you can do it.
Scallop neck.
Yeah.
Now I want scallop potatoes.
There you go.
Ooh, yeah.
And on that note, Dad.
Yeah, I wonder what's cheaper in California, the tickets to see Yngwie Malmsteen or gas price to get there.
Ooh.
Oh, well, gas just went up again. Like, believe
Really?
it or shocking, right? Oh,
Yeah, it's over $4 now, isn't it?
it's almost 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I went down to the Virgin Islands, it was like $5.40 a gallon.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some places charge over $5 here already, but we go to the side of town where you have to put put it in your tank, and then you immediately get back in your car and you lock your doors while your car is filling up. We go to that part of town for gas because that's a cheap gas, but not the safe part of town.
Right. You just got to worry about which end of the hose you put in your tank.
Which end of the hose?
Yeah, because you got a hose in somebody's car, and then you got to put a hose in your tank. If you reverse it, you pump it up.
Oh, jeez. Wow. I just looked up those tickets there in Anaheim, and their general admission $28.
Oh, that's
Really?
not bad.
Yeah.
See, if I was closer, I would go. But I'm just,
Well, and you're
it's
not even going to
August
be in
Burns Red.
town during the show. You're not even going to be in town. You're not even going to be in the state you live in.
I know. I'm kind of excited for that.
That's
Anyway, what's going on with you, Dad?
Oh, I'm going to try another manufacturer for strings. Somebody sent me a link to a manufacturer, and they said that they're having good success with them. So I figured I'd just try them. And the name of the company is called SIT, and they're out of Akron, Ohio. And the strings are supposedly made in the United States, so I'm going to give them a shot. I haven't ordered them yet, but I'll probably buy 1 or 2 sets and see how they go.
That brand name is 1 letter away from being hilarious.
No, I know.
I didn't even think about that. I was like, sit. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about these guitar strings? They're beep.
Well,
Beep
if they're
strings.
good, that's okay. But if they're not, then just add the letter in there.
Right. Well, and
I guess
you're gonna
we'll find
have to,
out.
Yeah, you're going to have to let me know how those strings are, because I like the fact that they're made in America.
Yep.
So
yeah, they're made in Ohio.
Yeah.
And the company has I looked at the about on their website, and they go back a long time. So I'm looking forward to getting the strings and giving them a try. And matter of fact, I'll probably just put them on my SG. So I'll give it a shot, see how they sound.
I like
Cool.
it. We should probably actually start the show.
We
Yes.
should.
Yeah. Get along.
Does anybody else want to do the intro? I don't really want to do it anymore.
Why?
What?
I'm kind of.
Look, I'm already carrying a lot on my. I'm carrying this whole show on my back
That
with
is true.
music history,
Yeah.
music news, and the outro. So no.
Don't forget note writer, scheduler. You write most of the show notes, I think.
Well, no, Dad. I
Yeah.
think Dad does. It just
All right.
depends.
Well, anyway, welcome back to the Pandemic Guitar Podcast. It's the three of us in your ears once again. I'm Tim. Dad is on, or Rick, I guess, as you would call him, is on microphone number 2, and Amanda is on microphone number 3. Everybody's doing good, I hope, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, hold on.
What?
There's a
What happened?
bulletin. This just in. This is Amanda reporting from Hurricane Hillary. Yes, she has made landfall, everybody. She came through in 2020, and she didn't make much of a difference back then, but she's back now. She has officially made landfall here in the state of California, reporting to you live. Hurricane Hillary. And also, we just had an earthquake. I won off this ride. Okay, back to you.
Oh, that was great. That was a special newscast.
News bulletin.
News
Bulletin,
bulletin, yeah. Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't hear the emergency alert thing go off, though.
I'll have to add that in on post.
Yeah, do that. I'm just giving everybody a heads up in case we have some more aftershocks.
Sure.
But yes, we did have an earthquake.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is. I miss tornadoes at this point.
Mm.
Just give me a tornado. I remember when we first moved out here and at my first job, I've had 2 here so far, just FYI. The first one didn't last long because they were dumb. Anyway, so, well, they just didn't have their stuff together. So I left. I'm like, you guys are unprofessional. Anyway, and so the first job I had, they were like, oh, have you had, been through a earthquake yet? And I was like, well, no, not yet. And I was in this room full of Californians, right? And they go, oh, well, it's not too crazy. And I was like, what do I do? Like, stop, drop, and roll? And they just all their jaws dropped and looked at me and they're like, no, you would get under a desk or go into a door frame or something. And I was like, okay, this is out of my realm. Like, I'm used to tornadoes and seeing cows flying. But I have,
movie Twister.
yeah. I mean, look, we've all survived the derecho. So I don't think this hurricane business is gonna even compare to that. So
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
see.
that's all they're talking about on the news here is the hurricane.
yeah.
I,
So you guys,
I heard about it. And they said-
everybody's heard about it,
Right.
and
They said
everybody's
just
like, wipe
flooding.
it off the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, So here I am.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can get through this episode without any earthquake breaks. After the last episode, I kind of threw out the suggestion about maybe picking some dream guitars or guitars that you would like to have, and kind of got a little bit of kickback, everybody, just letting you know. And in the end, that's what we decided to go with. We're going to talk about some of the guitars that we would love to have in our collection if we could have them in our collection.
Yep.
So I'm looking at the notes and I see that Dad has some out there.
He has put a lot of time and research into this question.
No, he didn't. He did not, because he
No,
has
I
known
didn't.
the answers to that question for years.
Oh, okay.
He was like, I'm pretty sure like a week after you were born, he's like, crap, I could have gotten that Gibson.
Rude.
Yeah, no, that was rude.
Rude.
There goes all my
No.
Gibson
Dad,
money.
you had to
18
sell
years
some of
of
your
school.
guitars, right?
What? Yeah, I
Right.
did. I actually had a nice when I lived in New York. I actually had a nice
New
collection. New York. When I had a nice collection of guitars, and I sold them all, and just that's what money we used to move out here. So
Did you just
That's
sell
what
them because you needed the money to make the move, or because you just didn't want to have to load them all up and transport them?
Well, I think we got, at some point, I think we got an estimate on moving them all, and it would have taken about 75 tractor trailers to move everything.
Sure.
Right. Back in New York, my house used to be Guitar Center.
I'm only kidding. Yeah, I'm only kidding. No, I probably had maybe 10 or so. I'm not really sure. I lost count. And it was just extra money because, yeah, I didn't want to carry them, but I should have kept them.
Right.
I really should have, because one of them would have been worth a lot of money. Well, actually, I had a Stratocaster, a Fender Stratocaster, and it was pre-CBS. I should have kept that.
So just so I understand, Are you saying that you regret having your first child?
No.
This is just between us.
No, yeah, and the world. No, I don't regret anything. But I'm just saying, is if I didn't have to, I wouldn't. I mean, I guess we needed we used the extra money.
Yeah,
It was good.
and it wasn't like you were just moving across town or a
Right.
county away. You were moving halfway across the United States.
Right.
So I probably would have done the same thing. Like, let's just lighten this load.
Well, yeah, I said, the one thing I said I could always buy something else when I got, if I got back into it, I would buy something else, when I
Right.
got to Iowa. So not a big deal, but then it turns out that the price of guitars went skyrocketing and all that other good stuff. The old stuff was worth a lot of money, and that was a problem. I had some really good guitars, and yeah, I was, I had a Gibson Explorer, which was really nice. I had an SG, I had an SG. I had a Gibson The Paul, which is a really, really nice guitar. It's sort of like a Les Paul, but they just happened to make it out of all walnut. So it was, it was one of those things.
Did you have a
And-
Lightning McQueen guitar?
Oh, what?
A Lightning McQueen guitar?
No.
Remember that video? You sent me a video of those guys who went into a Walmart and played Stevie Ray Vaughan on a Lightning McQueen toy guitar.
Yes.
Have
yes,
you
I do
seen?
remember that.
That was really good.
There's a guy out there on YouTube, and I'm sure all the other platforms too. But he does this thing where his name's The Do, DOO, and he basically he's on camera, and it's from like here, from like the bottom of his neck down, and he's sitting in a chair, and he just goes on Omegle or whatever the platform is, brings up random strangers and pretends like he just got his first guitar, and then just blows them away. But he's always doing it on this pink Hello Kitty guitar. And this thing is like a cheap piece of garbage that nobody cared about. Nobody ever bought it. It was just a toy for, a young kid. And now that he's doing all these videos, everybody is hunting to try to find the pink Hello Kitty guitar.
Of course.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's how social media works.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's I like it because it just goes to show that you can make a cheaper guitar sound good if you know how to use it.
Right.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah. But anyhow, I had some nice guitars, and then when I got back here, I guess my brother got me back into it again, just wanted me to start playing again. So I guess I didn't play for about 2 or 3 years. So.
And here we are.
And here we are. Yep, absolutely. So, go ahead and give us one of the guitars that you don't own that you would love to own.
I'd like a Gibson SG Standard. It's a 61. That's what 1961. It would be the one with the slim taper neck. Everything else about Gibson is the same: mahogany neck, mahogany body. But that's one of the ones I would really like to have. Or even better yet, I'd like to have the one that Tony Iommi has. Sorry about that.
What does the SG stand for?
Solid body.
Oh,
solid guitar.
It's a marketing scheme. It's Gibson, solid guitar.
Yep. No, it is. That's actually what it is.
Wow.
And if you go out on Gibson's website, that's what they refer to. It's a solid body or solid guitar. So
Interesting.
yep.
So how much does something like that go for if you could find it?
Well, the ones that I listed here are easy to find.
Okay.
Gibson still makes them today,
Okay.
and this one is about $2,000.
Okay. That's not horrible.
Right. Then the one that I would really like, even better than the first one I mentioned, is a Gibson SG Special. It's got the slim taper neck, but the thing that really I would like to have is something with P90s in it.
Yeah. Is P90, is that are those Gibson pickups? Because aren't there two,
Well-
like P90 and P50 or something?
No, it's P90s.
That's
I don't
it?
know about a P50.
I thought that was a military store.
What, P90?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
No,
so.
but
Okay.
yeah, I mean the P90s on a guitar, they got they're just a different sound, and that's the guitar I would really like to have, is the Gibson SG Special.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just looking because I swear that I saw something like there was another pickup that started with, maybe it was like a P85 or something. And maybe I'm just crazy and I'm not sure, but
Yeah, I never heard of them. P90 is it's humbuckers P90
Yeah.
and the single coils, or the humbucker single coils are usually the most common. I'm not saying that there isn't something like that out there.
and the P90 was developed by Gibson.
I believe you're right.
No, I was asking.
Yeah, I think-
EMG makes a P85.
Okay, that's an active pickup.
Oh, okay. I didn't even look at that. I just Googled, like, I was just throwing in P random number pickups and the
Right.
P85.
That's a little different.
Yeah, so those are
It's-
active where the P90s are passive.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. These are just basically the old passive pickups that I like them. I don't like I shouldn't say I don't like the active, but I've never really played anything with an active pickup. So,
Yeah.
and I should.
Yeah, and if I had disposable money, I would probably go out and get something that had active pickups, but
Yeah.
there's so many things that I would like to get prior to that.
Right. I know. So then the Gibson SG Special would be probably my number one. My number two,
How much does a Gibson SG Special go for?
about 1,200, I think.
Oh, that's even cheaper.
I know.
See, I thought you were going to come out with guitars that were just way out there and unreasonable.
No, at first I did. At
Right.
first I put it, I was thinking about a 57 Les Paul and stuff like that, or a Flying V or something around that time, period. But I said, nah, you know what? I'm just going to go nice and easy here.
Okay, yeah, no, good.
So
We're all
And
getting
then-
old, so we don't want to go too crazy.
this is my second one, is the Les Paul Deluxe. They made these, the original ones were made in 76, 75, 76, 77, I think, were the original Deluxe. And what they feature is the mini humbuckers, which are small humbuckers, not a full-size humbucker. And I just like the tonality of the guitar. So that would probably be my second choice. My third choice would
Yeah.
be the 61 SG Standard, and then the next one I put down is the Fender Strat Custom.
Oh, okay. I thought, the Fender Strat Custom. I didn't even realize that was under your list. Okay,
Yeah,
because I was about
that's
to
on the
say, for somebody who says they're not really a Gibson guy, your list kind of has quite a bit of Gibson in it.
I didn't think it was, I thought it was 50-50.
Well, I mean, depends on how you math.
Yes, that's true. No, I like the Fenders. I really do. They're great guitars. Just in this case, we're talking about what I would like for my collection.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay. I mean, I got,
Is there,
I don't
okay,
know
so
how many
Ender,
Fender Strats.
specific Fender Strat custom?
I don't know, one that's purdy.
One that matches the color of my sports car?
Yes. No, no, not really. I think what I would do is, I would look for something that had the wide frets on it.
Okay.
Something that played nice. It had I like the C-shaped necks. C-shape is always what I really liked. So, I would go with that. 3 pickups, the standard,
3 single coils.
Single coils.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's probably what I would do. And, maybe, I don't know, some of the modifications, which I'm sure that they would do anyhow, would be to, on the back where the neck bolts to the guitar, the body, I would, have them change it up a little bit. I mean, make it like the higher end Fenders have it, where they got that one piece cut off so your hand can wrap around it easier. So,
Oh, yep. I've seen that.
yeah. I'm not sure what they call that, but, they modify. They just grind off the one corner, and then they have a neck plate it's instead of a square neck plate, it's got sort of a round on the one corner so that it conforms to the neck, the pocket and stuff like that. So
Right.
I think I'd like to try that. I haven't played one. I should play one. I should go down to Guitar Box and pick one off the wall and see how it feels.
You can't do that because you'll end up walking out with it.
I know. I try to stay away from stores like that.
I was just looking on one because I know exactly what you're talking about, because I actually have a Fender on my list.
Right.
I have the Fender American Ultra Stratocaster Cobra Blue with maple fingerboard. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I love that color, but it's $2,100.
Yep.
And so my only fear with something like that is I would have to like wrap myself in bubble wrap in order to play it, or
true,
or get some sort of some sort of protective area. Like, that's sitting in my office here where we are. I have a chair with arms, and so I'm sitting here on the very edge of my chair, and I've got my guitar, and I'm trying so carefully not to bump the arm, and I just keep doing it. So I probably should get like I could use my piano stool.
Yeah, you could. Don't you have a stand like a bar stand?
Yeah, I bought the new Fender bar stool that they have. I'm just gonna say that in the product description it said extra comfortable or more cushion. Complete lie. But that's actually what I sit on at work. So, because what was happening at work is that I just kept sliding down in my old crappy chair, and next thing you know, like, my butt's hanging off the end of it, and I got to scoot back up. So I'm like, forget this. I'm going to get a bar stool. It was supposed to be super comfortable. No, not really.
Well, the uncomfortable one is that the bar goes up through the seat.
Yeah, no, I couldn't afford the extra for that feature, but
I see. Okay, I see.
But no, I think they've had a I don't know if it's necessarily the American Ultra or not, but they've had a Cobra Blue Fender out for a couple of years now. I want to say at least since 2019 is when late 19, early 2020 is when I first saw the Cobra Blue. Loved it. I don't necessarily think, because I'm only 98 days away from being able to purchase my next guitar. 98 days away from New Guitar Day. Nice. #NGD. So but I just don't think that this is the one that I'm going to be able to pull off. It's kind of up there. Now the second one, there it is. I got it. Okay. So the second one that I would really like to find, because they don't make them anymore. I would like to find a Chapman ML1 RS, which is the Rob Scallon signature model, which came with a case. I've been able to find them, but idiots who bought them went out and changed all the electronics in it because they didn't like the way that it sounded.
Right.
That was a signature model designed to get his sound.
Yep.
Why would you? And I think they were like $1,900, $1,600 or $1,900 brand new.
That's quite common. You'll find a lot of people that do that.
Yeah.
So as soon as they get a signature model, they change out the pickups and do all sorts of things.
Yeah. See, that to me is weird. But when I started getting into guitars on a more serious level, and like I really want to learn, and going out there and looking at artists that I find that I like and signature models, this was, I believe, his first signature model deal that he worked out. And I just think that's really cool. And it has a story of why I like that guitar. It's a through solid body through,
right.
Neck goes all the way through the body. They have 6-string, 7-string, and 8-string versions of it. I obviously want the 6, but you can find them. You can find them out there for about $850, $900, but typically modified.
Yep. Yeah, I don't like that.
So that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, there is another guitar that I really like. It's the Gibson Firebird.
The Gibson Firebird.
Yes, and that has a straight through neck.
So just right at the top of my Google search, all I see is Gibson Firebird, $7,900.
Really?
Yeah. Well, now let's see here. Yep. Gibson Firebird, $7,599.
Wow. I didn't think they were that expensive.
I mean, then when I go to Gibson's site, they do have one that's at, $2,000. Then they have an artist model. It's like $9,000.
Right.
Looks like they have some in the 4, the 5. Their price points are all over the place.
Right. Yeah.
But
that's
that
one...
also kind of, to me, that also kind of looks like a box of crayons melted on a toilet seat, and then the toilet seat melted. It's kind of, what was that?
Bad.
Tiesto or whatever that was that we talked about last episode.
What?
That guitar we talked about, the blue one, Kurt Cobain. It was like Tiesto or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's not quite that bad, but it just,
I don't know. Memories.
It makes me think of like what's that piece of wood that Bob Ross always had in his hand with all of his paint and everything like that.
Palette.
I just watched him today.
I'm
and
sorry.
Took a nap. You know there's a Bob Ross channel?
Oh yeah.
Nothing but Bob Ross.
Yep.
Oh, it's so relaxing. Anyway, onward. Palette. Platelet.
Yeah, artist.
What?
Artist palette.
Palette.
So hard. Yeah. See, and that to me also kind of looks like an odd shaped body to hold. That was why I never liked the Flying V's, because like to me, that's a stand-up guitar.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I have a Flying V.
I know. I don't think I've ever played it. You've showed it to me before, though.
Well, ask me the next time.
So the final one on my list, because I only picked up 3, and it was for me, it was a pretty easy list, because they're all 3 that I would love to have for real. The last one, and the one that's very, very much more likely it's still being produced today, or at least you're still able to purchase it, would be the ESP LTD James Hetfield Iron Cross electric guitar. Runs about $1,600 brand new. It's just cool. It looks awesome.
Yep.
Love to play it. And I was not an SG style, not SG, LP style. I didn't really, I was like, But then when I got my Mitchell LP, was like, I actually like this.
Yeah.
I like the style. I like the feel of it.
Yeah. They all have different feels.
And I'm pretty sure that all of them on my list, I'm pretty sure are passive pickups. I didn't notice any active.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Amanda, you've been pretty quiet. What are the 3 guitars that you would like to have in your collection of guitars that collect dust?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not the best person to ask this question. Obviously, yeah, for that reason, because my acoustic guitar currently collects dust. Okay. So the Ibanez JB Brubaker JBBM 30, which is the part that he deleted, allegedly on accident, in black. And I just like the look of that. Like, and I don't think it's a very expensive guitar. You know, we talked about it before when we did the JB Brubaker special. I think, what was it, like $1,200 or something? Or?
I'm seeing it for $999.99.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so 10 hundos.
Okay.
But
Well,
I think
whatever.
I think it has gone down. I'm not 100% sure.
Probably. I like the look of it. I don't know. That's just me. And then I also found another Ibanez. I don't know why I like the Ibanez guitar so much.
So I got a question about that JB Brubaker one.
Yeah.
So it obviously, I can tell it has active pickups because it has a 9-volt battery slot on the back. But it looks like I'm wondering if he actually signed, because it looks like his signature's on it.
I doubt that he actually signed it. It's probably like a stamp.
A stamp or something. It could be. But that's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, I mean,
it's probably a stamp.
You should buy one so when you go to the concert, you can be like, here's some pics. Now sign this thing for real.
Do what? Buy the guitar?
Yeah, and then take it to the concert.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can give JB some pics and be like, hey, sign my guitar for reals.
Totally. That's not going to happen. Yeah. So the other Ibanez was a Joe Satriani.
Yep.
Signature JS2GD in gold. And to me, that thing is super sharp. I don't think I've ever seen a guitar in all gold. I'm not even a gold gal. I'm a silver gal. But, wink, wink to my husband.
What was the model of that one?
JS2GD.
In gold.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably one heavy guitar.
Oh my goodness, I can't find it. Why am I having...
It is.
What?
I found one. It's $5,800.
Yeah.
What, on Reverb or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reburp.
Reverb?
Okay,
I like that.
What does that mean? What is that website for? Because that's where I found it.
You buy and sell gear.
Oh.
Yeah, it's where you can buy and sell your used stuff. Or there's people that sell new stuff on there too.
So this must be like a guitar that isn't out there for sale anymore? Is this like a used one?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I can't find, like, I can usually find information, but, well, that and my my Safari is locking up on me.
Well, this guy says it's in stock right now.
Yeah, but is it
brand new? Brand new.
Huh.
Oh, there we go. I found it. I don't know what. This is on ZZ Sounds, but I can search, but I can't click any links for. Oh, there we go. That thing's got to be heavy.
I think it's just a coating.
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably just...
some sort of metallic coating.
Huh. That's crazy. All right. So Amanda went out there with a $5,800 guitar. Does dust look better on gold?
Huh?
Does dust look better on gold? I'm just curious.
I mean, it would probably blend in better on silver, to be honest. But actually, if you do an image search on that same model, it shows a silver one, which is even cooler. I didn't know there was a silver one. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I changed my mind. I want the silver one. It's super sharp. Does anybody know who Joe Satriani is?
Yes.
Okay, who is he?
He's a guy.
It looks like Pitbull.
He's a guy.
Doesn't he look like Pitbull?
Yeah, he was last year. He was at the Hoyt Sherman here in Des Moines.
Oh,
Played there. Yeah, he actually he has quite a few good songs out there. Like I think one of them is 10 Words. Look it up. It's an instrumental. Yeah,
Okay.
called 10 Words.
right.
It's an instrumental with no words called 10
Yep.
words.
10
Got it.
words. 10 words.
Well, there
yes,
might be
yes.
10 words.
Not even. There's not. He doesn't speak. I
So
think
he's
it's
just
called,
a soloist?
No, he sings and stuff like that too. But he's got stuff out there. Really, really good stuff. I mean, if you like his music.
We're gonna have to start making a list, or at least I am, of all these people I got to go check out, because we keep name dropping, and I'm like, I don't know, I've never heard. I mean, maybe I have, and I just don't recognize it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he's got a
yeah,
bu-
Yngwie Malmsteen was a perfect example. I'm like, that guy just sounds boring. It sounds like
It
a
sounds
brand of
classical.
Swedish fish, you
Yes.
know? He was like, I'm not interested. And then he just pops up, and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
interesting. I kind of just listened to that 10 words.
yeah.
The guy
It's,
looks like Pitbull, so I was waiting for him to be like, Miami, hey.
505.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have a third one?
No. Uh-uh. No, my research was very limited this morning trying to stay ahead of Hurricane Hillary.
Right.
Had to run out and get the foods. Everybody has panic buy, purchased everything. No more water, toilet paper to be found.
Yeah.
That's where my focus was this morning. So, yeah.
Yep. Nope,
Two
I hear
guitars.
you. 2 guitars. Well, that's better than just having one.
Yep.
So, anyway, unless anybody has any other things, I think we have some history or something.
We
Yep.
do have history.
I still don't have a jingle. I was about to hit the music
Oh,
news
man.
jingle, and I'm like, I'm working on it. I really am.
I was waiting for you to do it.
Well, that's music news, not music history.
Oh.
So I have to do a music history jingle.
History.
So,
Okay,
all right.
cool.
Well, no music history jingle. So let's
Just imagine it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Jumping right into it. Charles Hardin Holly was born, aka Buddy Holly. His name was misspelled on his first record contract, and he actually decided to spell it as Holly instead of Holley. Kind of interesting.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I never knew that.
And Buddy Holly also died in a plane crash in Clear Lake, Iowa?
Really?
That's what I thought. My husband's aunt was at that show, his last show, there in
Oh.
Clear Lake.
Wow.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That'd be like the worst show experience ever.
Yeah.
Right? Like knowing that you just witnessed the last concert ever. That would suck.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm sure that's how people felt with like Stevie Ray Vaughan, among many other
Oh,
artists
yeah.
who have died.
Yep.
Crazy. And then on this day in 1986, Michael Nesmith joined the other original Monkees on the stage for the first time since the band disbanded. The appearance was at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles, California. So I included that because Tim is obsessed with the Monkees.
I am not. I liked the Monkees when
You
I
are.
was growing up, but
Monkees.
I'm in the same boat as you. Shrek used that one song, and I'm just like, all right, I'm over it. I'm done.
Yeah. They still
And-
air the Monkey Show. It
Do they
plays
oh,
all the
like
time
on
on
antenna
TV.
TV and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be. I'm not gonna check it out. I'd rather watch MASH.
What? You used to be obsessed with that show
Yeah,
with the
I know.
Monkees.
No, Now I like MASH.
Okay. Well, you are getting older.
I have all 11 seasons.
Wow.
It's like 20,
You sure
27
do.
discs. 34 disc set.
Hey, they just don't make shows like that anymore. You know
No,
what I mean?
They don't.
Like the old days.
Yeah. They don't at all.
All right. On this day in 2010, Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody was voted, quote, the greatest lighter in the air song, unquote. Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven was voted number 2. And number 3 was Meatloaf's I Would Do Anything for Love.
So I had never heard the term greatest lighter in the air song. Never heard that.
I mean, it makes sense.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're all
You know-
three are really great songs. Nobody does
people-
lighters anymore. Everybody's cell phones.
Right. I was just going to say that. Everybody uses their cell phones now.
Yeah, which is annoying. I mean, if you're going to use it for the flashlight thing, wave it back and forth, okay. But for anything else, it's annoying.
Yeah.
It is. I agree.
I don't think my battery would last a show.
Right.
You're not
Yeah.
supposed to leave it on the whole time. It's like certain songs.
No. He's saying his phone like only holds a charge for like a couple hours.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. It's gotten pretty bad since I got an upgrade.
Right.
Before the upgrade, the phone it was at like 99% all the time, no problems. Then all of a sudden I get the upgrade and it's like, what?
Oh yeah, mine does the same thing now. Actually,
there's a lot of people complaining about it, but
Yep.
annoying.
whatever. You might as well just go back to like your old Nokia phone, because that thing would last like 2 weeks on a single charge.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to hit like the number 2 button like a million times to just get like
2244399. Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Anybody got anything else?
No. Does anybody have the winning lottery numbers?
No, that was
Okay.
not your line. Don't steal it.
Okay. I know. Got it from Dad.
Yeah. So this was a pretty easy, quick episode. Just kind of talking about guitars that we don't have in our collection that someday it would be nice to have in our collection. If anybody out there wants to make donations, just hit me up on Instagram. Manda will tell you how to do it. We'll figure out a way for you to ship it to us.
Leave the check blank.
Yeah, please do. The next episode, we're going to come back, and it is going to be the Wheel episode, all about Dave Grohl. So that's what's coming up in 2 weeks for everybody out there. And then after that, I'm hoping that we can get Luke Fox on. I'm hoping that would work, but we got to figure out scheduling and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Yep.
You got an outro?
I do.
Right. Is there like an earthquake involved in this outro?
No.
Okay.
Sadly, no. Because I just wrote it 5 minutes ago. And it took no thought. All right.
Don't ever blame me for procrastination, because you do it too.
I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
Should have
said
been like,
you
I've
worked
had this
all
done
week.
forever.
Yeah. I've been working on this outro since we started this podcast.
9 times out of 10, I work on it while you guys are talking.
Yeah. No.
Just to let you know.
What I make everything up as I go.
You do?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, well, that happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Deep breath.
Thanks for listening to another amazing episode of the Pandemic Guitar Podcast. Good news. We're having a contest. First person to reach out to us today will win a brand new inflatable guitar. So reach out to us on Instagram at Pandemic Guitar or via email, pandemicguitar@icloud.com. Oh, small note, you will be responsible for paying for the inflatable guitar as well as for the price of shipping due to inflation. Until next time, keep on playing or don't. We won't tell.
I would give him a choice.
You have to pay. You win the ability to pay.
I would give him a choice. Either take that or an air guitar.
I mean, I'm trying to make it so that they don't reach out to us about the inflatable guitar. But I mean, always reach out to us about anything. You want to talk? We're here for you. We're here to support you.
We don't have those kind of degrees.
Okay, no. Well, we don't. We can. Yeah, we won't even try, to be honest with you. But yeah, reach out to us.
Hopefully, maybe Dad can jump on, bring a guitar on next time, and actually try to show us something. That would be cool.
Okay.
Dad just got volunteered. Tim, why don't you ever? I always hear you're always playing at the beginning before we start recording. Why don't you do that?
Well, I can. It
play?
just doesn't fit. And I noodle. I don't really know anything.
Yeah, but it sounds like you do. Like it sounds like you know what you're doing.
No, not even close. No, we actually, before we, as you were jumping on, Dad was showing me, because I was like, oh, okay. After the last recording, I'm like, oh, this is how I do it. And I'm like, I'm still having trouble with it. So I'm sitting there trying to show him what I'm doing. He's like, now hold on, let me go get my guitar. And so then he walked me through it, and I'm like, oh, see, now if we would have done that 4 months ago, we'd have a 60-second song by now, wouldn't we?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, not on my end. You'd have like a 30-second song. I don't know what I'm playing yet or what I'm doing.
Oh, I thought you
I think
did.
Dad and I worked on that like twice.
Well, I know what I'm supposed to do now, so I'll practice and we'll go from there. All right. Anyway, we're just rambling on now. So see everybody in 2 weeks.
Yep. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Toodaloo.
Bye, everybody.